What's up, guys? Scotty2Hockey here, aka the average hockey fan, once again, with a potential pickup the Montreal Canadiens could get via trade that would definitely immensely help the left side of their defense, and that guy is Nick Leddy. Now, according to TSN's Darren Dreger, the New York Islanders apparently are willing to trade Nick Leddy for the right offer. And the reason why they're trading him, not because he had a down year offensively, because he was really good defensively and he is worth the money he makes. Mainly the reason why they're trading him is they need to keep some guys around and they don't exactly have the cap space to do it. So they're trading Nick Leddy to shed the cap. Well, he's one of the guys who could potentially be getting traded so they could shed cap. And what they would want in return is not a player that's going to cost them a bunch of money and help them right away. I would assume they would want a prospect, some picks, something like that. So at the end of this video, I will suggest a few trades the Montreal Canadiens could make to the New York Islanders to pick up Nick Leddy. But as for Leddy himself, he definitely fits a lot of roles that the Montreal Canadiens need. He's a puck-carrying defenseman. He helps on the power play. He plays on the left side. He won a Stanley Cup before. He brings experience. There's just so many areas he could help the Montreal Canadiens in. Now, as for Nick Leddy, according to TSN's Darren Dreger, the Islanders are looking to shed cap space by potentially trading Nick Leddy. Leddy is a sound two-way left-handed defenseman known for his smooth skating, puck-carrying ability, and ability to affect both ends of the ice. He also won a cup in 2013 with the Chicago Blackhawks, and this year he kind of had a down year playing under Barry Trotz's defensive style system. His new coach, Barry Trotz, had a different system what he was used to playing under. It's more defensively heavy, and he did struggle offensively, but he was very effective for his team defensively. With his ability to retrieve pucks and clear the zone, he has good stick work, is sound positionally, and isn't scared to engage in the physical aspects of being a top defender in the league. Despite a down year point-wise, he still has all the tools to make him an excellent partner for Shea Weber. His game complements a guy like Weber's well. He has the defensive awareness to play against shutdown teams' top players, and the skating and passing skills to get the puck up the ice to Montreal's speedy forwards in a flash. He's a veteran who's proven he can produce offensively as well, with 3 40-plus point seasons prior to this year in a row. 3 40-plus point seasons in a row prior to this year, He's a reasonable and affordable cap hit at only $5.5 million per and can help Montreal immensely. He solidifies the top 4 defense, both defensively and is an upgrade offensively as well. A team with a fast-paced, shot-heavy style is a perfect style team for a quick puck-carrying, excellent skater like Leddy. It is without a doubt his biggest attribute, and something Montreal desperately lacks. This would help the team's power play as well because he can produce on the power play, and because gaining entry to opposing team's zone was something Montreal really struggled with, and especially on the power play, and it's something Leddy does very well and is an expert in. Leddy isn't going to cost you a big price or a big piece that contributes now, He's being traded to shed cap, so he's going to cost picks and a prospect or two. At least I think so, and I think he is worth pursuing. This isn't a costly pickup by any means. I know it's $5.5 million per, but it's only 3 years, so it isn't a huge risk term-wise if it didn't work out. And it really isn't a long-term risk. So it's something the Montreal Canadiens could possibly pursue, and I would be happy if they landed Nick Leddy for the right price. His cap hit is $5.5 million per, up until 2021-2022. His position is left-handed defense. He's 6 foot tall, a big body, 207 pounds, 28 years old, has plenty of experience in the league, and 2018-2019, like I said, offensively, by his standards, he did have a down year. In 82 games played, he had 4 goals, 22 assists, 26 points. His plus-minus was even. He had 0 power play goals, but he did have 10 power play assists, which is excellent for a defenseman. 3.4% shooting, and 89 blocks, 77 hits, and he averaged 21 minutes and 33 seconds per game, and was excellent on the defensive end. In his career, in 660 games played between the New York Islanders and Chicago Blackhawks, he has 60 goals, 224 assists, 284 points. He is a minus 26. He has 17 power play goals, 83 power play assists, good for an even 100 power play points in his career. A career 6.2 shooting percentage, 687 blocks, 588 hits, and he's averaged 20 minutes and 24 seconds per game throughout his career. So he's been a mainstay top 4 defenseman pretty much since he's 2 or 3 years into the league. After that, he's pretty much been a mainstay top 4 guy. And his career playoff totals, he has quite a few playoff games under his belt as well. 80 career playoff games played, 4 goals, 16 assists, 20 points, was a -11 with 86 blocks, 78 hits, and 18 minutes and 22 seconds averaged per game. And like I said, he's a former Stanley Cup winner with the Chicago Blackhawks, brings plenty of experience, brings speed, brings power play help, solidifies your top 4 on the left side of your decor. He just brings so much the Montreal Canadiens could use for a $5.5 million cap hit. Besides Gostisbehere, this is the other guy I would like to see the Montreal Canadiens potentially trade for, and this is a guy that the Montreal Canadiens could potentially get. The New York Islanders don't meet the Habs a lot. They're not in the same division. I could definitely see New York doing a trade with Montreal for sure. And I would love to see Leddy come back the other way. So potential trades, I never wrote any down, just off the top of my head. What I think Montreal would have to pay to get somebody like Nick Leddy, you're probably going to have to give up a good center prospect like Jake Evans, because New York Islanders do need help up front scoring. You may have to give up a different prospect, but Jake Evans would probably be the prospect I would see Montreal giving up. And 2 second-round picks, probably a third-round pick with it. He is a good cap hit. He comes with a couple of years on his deal, so you're not going to get him for dirt cheap by no means. The New York Islanders aren't trading him because he's a terrible player. They're trading him because they need to shed cap and they want to keep other players around and have some good young defensive prospects themselves. So I think personally, as a Habs fan, he would be a great pickup. Outside of Shane Gostisbehere or Alex Edler, he would be the guy I would love to see play for the Montreal Canadiens. On a 3-year deal, perfect fit. Anyways, guys, this is Scotty2Hockey, a.k.a. The Average Hockey Fan. Don't forget to let me know your thoughts on this video in the comment section. Who do you think the Montreal Canadiens could pursue? Or do you think any of the prospects they have, or maybe somebody they could draft, could come in and help next year? Or maybe they'll even bring Romanoff over, compensate his KHL club and bring him over, something like that. But don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Ring the bell for my upcoming videos. Thank you for viewing the video, folks. Enjoy your day. Over and out. Scotty2Hockey.